Okay, so I kind of decided, let's just make one video to cover Font Awesome and the NES.css. So what this is this is kind of your starting. Um, this is just an overview of what your NES.css can do. This is all their examples, and this is actually what it's going to look like. So you can kind of get an idea. Their text. Um, they're using the same kind of principle as Bootstrap, where you've got your primary, your success, your warning, your error, your disabled, obviously. Um, and their buttons are going to work similar to Bootstrap. So if you've done Bootstrap, you'll probably understand this pretty quick. You've got different, for your radio functions. This is what they're going to look like, kind of like the old Nintendo Pokemon games. If you want to build checkboxes, they've got the light and the dark style. These are your input fields. Your success, your warning, your error. Again, that's where they're getting the color from. Text areas, and they will be draggable. So then you've got your selectors you can fill out with different stuff, just kind of for building forms again. Your containers, so they've got one that's centered. Container is dark offset. And then they got the bubbled and squared off with a border containers. And you're going to see kind of here the nest container. But then you'll notice they do stuff like dark, which is going to be similar to your Bootstrap. So if you've done Bootstrap, you'll kind of know you can start going in here and changing things to get more of what you want. For example, like we're about to see here in my example for this list. Looking at this, that to create this list, this format style is getting called by nest list. Then what makes this different, the bullets right here, is disk. So it's that darkened dot. Is circle. It's going to cause that. So if you're wanting to do something like I'm going to do in the example, where say I want different bullet, or what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually tie in some Font Awesome icons for separate bullets to kind of show how to build like your social media form. So we're going to throw in a Twitter. See what else I threw in. It's going to be a Twitter, a GitHub, a Gmail, and a LinkedIn, just your basic kind of for your example, your portfolio when you're building your coding portfolio. And so by eliminating is disk, it got rid of our bullets. And I'll show you this here in just a second. It'll allow you to tie your Font Awesome icons into your different list items. And then they've got tables. You can build progress bars, your different avatars. If you're doing something similar like Facebook, these are your kind of media type. You can build the balloons, different badges you can throw on, and like in the last video, these reaction icons are what I actually use as my buttons. So you have the heart, and again, you can kind of see the makeup of what's actually changing. This is so the size, this is large. Your nest icon is what's calling it, and then this is defined by heart. So heart is going to be a full one. And then when you have heart is empty, it's going to be that. And you've got your different star ones. So nest icon's calling this in the star. It's going to be large. Then what's defining it is half, is transparent, which would basically be an empty one, and then is empty. It's just like completely gone. And you can do it with the like symbol as well. So you can get in here and just change these very similar pretty easily. and change around. And these are the icons I was talking about. So you've got your Twitter icon, your Facebook, Instagram, GitHub, Google, Gmail, Medium, LinkedIn, your Twitch, your YouTube, your Reddit, your WhatsApp. Um, obviously you're not going to have all these on yours, but for different stuff, you'll want them. For portfolio, you're probably going to want your Twitter, your GitHub, obviously your Gmail. You're definitely going to want your LinkedIn. If you do YouTube videos, it's kind of personal preference. If they're coding related or they relate to your portfolio, you can include that. This is personal preference. The rest of these you're probably not going to use for your portfolio. And this is the icon from the last game I used for my coin. And you see my little controllers. So what I've done kind of just to get us started for this video of kind of going over what some of this stuff looks like and how you can customize your websites with not just this NS or NES.css, but you can actually tie Font Awesome inside of this, make it even more customized. And so I'm going to kind of show you how to do that. Then real quickly, I'll kind of show you if I can find the dialog boxes again. Yeah, so these work. And the note that they have down here, these don't include JavaScript. So if you're wanting to use a dialog element and you're not using a Chrome browser, you're going to have to do some additional tie-ins. If you're interested in that, so basically if you tie this in, it's only going to work in Chrome. It's not going to work in any of your other browsers. So not going to work in Mozilla, nothing like that. But you can just add this polyfill. So just a simple Google search polyfill and it'll explain how to do that. And then you're good to go from there. But just keep that in mind, because if you want your websites to work as best possible as many browsers as possible, so this kind of is just going to work in Chrome. But just for real quick, I didn't add any major styles to this, but so this is kind of, I just threw in some buttons, some of our images, kind of show you how this is going to look on your website. So I have a table, and this is my list that I was talking about that I took the bullets out of. And you have your primary and your success buttons. So what I want to show you next, and then we're going to tie these two together, is going to be Font Awesome. You've seen it. If you've watched any of my other videos, you've seen it in my game. I'm going to show you all later my actual finished games, just the intro pages that you'll see these tied into. Honestly, if you're not sure how often you're going to use this or whatever, just start using the free. You're going to get 1,500 icons anyway, which is plenty. But like I said, if you go to the Pro, it's 5,082 icons. So if you want to do the Pro, it is $60 a year. It's not too bad. So just kind of keep that in mind. You can always do the Pro, but just for this, I'm going to show you what's available kind of free. So you're going to click on Get Started, and this is where you're going to actually copy the CDN. So you'll just drag, copy, and you're going to tie this in your code. So in your IDE, you just pull this up, and you'll see this is my NES.css link. This is going to be my style sheet that I built for the CSS.